Wait for it.
9/11.
It's 9/12, bitch.
9/12/11.
Welcome to tonight's Aliens. Plumes of Hazard. I am Mass Blast 09. And here are my co-hosts. Fubaka.
Sup?
The Angstful Slunchler. And that's it.
Man.
Slungiva, everyone.
For the first time ever in Plume's history, we are not using shitty chat. We're using shittier chat. Shitty shit chat. We're on YouTube chat now.
It's not going to you. The camera's not popping up at me. As soon as I stop presenting you.
It's because you left and I can... Okay, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah, might as well. You gotta go too, Fu?
1 second, I'm writing a message. Okay, what were you saying?
Masty left.
Okay.
But stop presenting. I'm toggling the
This is the more refined Mass Blast 09. The aliens have gone.
Nope.
Well,
I'm not selected.
Then
You're talking.
Pretty sure your residency status is still denied, Mr. Blast.
fuck.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Here, I'll do the intro since apparently I'm the only one on the
Mr. Mass Blast, the presentation's not working.
You're not coming up either, Fu. It's just me.
That's okay. Chopped liver's my middle name.
Yeah.
Still nothing?
No, it's not nothing, but I can click on you so that way you'll be presented.
Well, it's going to be all about you today.
Yeah, apparently. I'm just going to have to be really good about being a cameraman today.
You're going to have to be a good clicker.
Wait. Mass, do you come up now?
What?
I needed angsties. See if you come up.
I might come
No,
up now.
that's a good test. Hold on. I'll mute myself and you can go.
Boopa! Everybody mutes each other. So, anyways, this is probably Understudy 77 that is hacking Google Hangouts right now. So he can show us his pool or the hotel that he's in. So, wait, don't just click on me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click on you. By the way, when you started the intro, I was muted, of course, because we were playing the intro, as I always am. But about a few seconds into it, all of a sudden, my whole computer wigged out. I had 3 different browser windows open, playing the intro at the same time. Like,
well, maybe it's your.
That little bit sounded like Cotton Eye Joe.
Joe. Something like that.
Holy shit, this is going to be the most obnoxious show ever.
Overpriced squonkers, Nardos go. Where did your money go? Squonkers paradise, fat guys go.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. YouTube chat. 75% Duro free.
Maseratis on Craigslist.
Wait, is that what we were missing the whole time? Because here's the thing. Duro does come in late.
Maserati on Craigslist. They go. Where'd they come from? Where'd they go? Ain't got no money. Baller got go.
Oh, see, I was still on Foo. God, this is going to be
okay.
Fuck.
I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly flavored ice right now, and it's fucking delicious.
That sounds awesome. So today, just so everybody knows here, let me unclick Foo for a minute because it defaults back to me.
Come back.
Just so everybody knows, we are trying out YouTube chat again. If you remember about a year and a half ago, we were investigating other chat mediums because some people are having problems with IRC, and IRC is an old tech, but there's people that have forgotten how to use it. So we went through several different iterations looking for stuff again. about a year and a half ago. YouTube chat was crap back then, but they've updated a good bit. Our child show, the iOS show, has been running it for a little while. And they said it works better now. Now that you can put links in there, you can set moderators.
We'll see. Our copycatters.
Yeah, we'll see if it works. So, at some point we'll probably if this works, then we'll probably shut the IRC thing down, because you can just go straight to the show and pull up the chat from there. Anyway, we're kind of running both of them tonight just to see how we go. FYI, if you don't hear from us, that's because we're multitasking even more now than we normally are. By the way,
so we should just raise our hand every time we want to talk, so you can click on us.
It's going to have to be about
point of inquiry.
Say, click me.
I mean, I'll just go like this, and that'll make you click. So when you see this, click me. See this?
Yeah,
click me.
Perfect. See, I just did it. Boom.
Click me.
I was ready.
Perfect. Okay. All right.
I was ready. Well, hello everybody. What's going on now?
We've had hang on. Let me raise my hand. We've had a rough week for the vape world.
Is that so, Mr. Blast?
Yeah, I mean it looks like a lot of people are. See, I want to make a suicide joke, but after everything that's happened last week, it's probably not good. But I mean, I'm not joking about suicide. I'm talking about the vaping industry. A lot of people are feeling down because of the loss of the lawsuit that was brought forth against the government for, and I don't remember who the players were in that. Nicopure. And so now they're trying to regroup and fight, doing appeals. But I have a feeling, and I have a sneaky suspicion that if you thought getting vapors to A, pay attention, B, donate money, and C, get out there and get involved in anything that had to do with saving the industry, saving vaping, putting forth the effort to get this done. If you had any issues or problems to get people to do that before, you're not going to be able to do that now, because holy shit, are people bailing. I mean, you want to talk about, everybody's like, yeah, stay, do the fight, all this. All that shit takes money. I guarantee you there's a lot of money that got tied up on that Nicopure stuff. And to be honest, there's a lot of companies that that are going out of the business, and
going out of the business.
Going out of the business. And this is there's a lot of people that are just not putting any money into this anymore. And I mean, I don't want to be, a cynic, but it's the truth. Look up to this point. Look at how many great, huge companies have just, gone out.
Well, we're getting some shit in chat. What is this vape shit? I thought this was the bullshit of Hazard show, which is
now that we have YouTube chat, we are held to higher standards. We cannot. See, I can't keep a straight face with you fuckers.
No. The week we switched to YouTube chat, What Up Josh comes out of the woodwork.
Right?
I know. The dude, I thought he was dead. I mean, literally. We are in Florida. When those kids were laughing at that guy drowning, I thought it was Josh. I'm like, where's Josh?
See, Duro's here.
Duro's here. Everybody gets all happy.
You called it early. I told you.
Fucking Duro.
See, Duro, they said you weren't going to come because it's YouTube, and I said he shows up late. And you know what happened? You showed up late.
I'm actually curious if Will can comment, because he has got one. Because Dur just said next they're going to limit tanks to. Oh fuck! I forgot to unclick Massey. Next they're going to limit tanks to 2 mil, like they do in the TPD. If you didn't catch that, the Skyline. This tank is supposedly a TPD client. And I was really confused about that because it holds more juice than 2 milliliters. But the tank that it comes installed with, the poly tank, it's actually like part of it is super thick, and I mean, like the part that's not super thick is still very thick, and then the other side is even thicker. I think the one that comes with it probably does hold 2 mil. I haven't measured it yet, but it also comes with the borosilicate whatever Pyrex.
Come on, bubbly gooch.
Which is much thinner. I wonder if that's how they got around it. If so, I think that's hilarious.
So, anyways, to get back to the doom and gloom, a lot of people have been, upset about that loss. I think it's all right. Look, I'm probably going to get shit on for this, but I think it's funny because no one mentioned the fucking lawsuit for the past year. No one even was following. Nothing was coming up. I mean, I'm sure some people were actively on it 24/7, and then all of a sudden, the response, the answer comes back that these judges looked at this shit and just fucking slapped it out, and then now all of a sudden it's uproar and oh my god, the humanity
go back.
We've lost.
Go back when this lawsuit, when they first sued the FDA, we said it then. I know I said it then that it was premature.
Yeah.
Yep. It was too early to do some shit like that. And what happened? The FDA told him in about 100 pages, "Go fuck yourself." We acted within our right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know what? It's something that people are going to say needed to be done. People are going to say if they didn't do it, who was going to step up for us and stick up for us? Well,
that's fine. I'm all for it. We gotta be smart about it if you're going to do it.
Yeah, somebody donated a lot of money to that, and now we got to start all over on that again. So
yeah, I mean, we talked about it a bit, but it's been quiet. You know how long it takes for the legal process to go through, whatever. It takes forever. So we talked about it, but it's been a while since even we talked about it.
We just talked about something like that last week with the Wrigley's gum. Those guys got sued 3 years ago, and they still kept going, and it's just now going to court. So, which in that aspect, there's another company that I was just reading about recently that kind of did the same thing, and they were using Mott's apple juice's IP. And they just switched the name Mott's to Watts, but everything else was the same. Are these people fucking stupid? I mean, you can't just take something like Mott's and change it to Watts and still use the same logo.
They did it though.
You can't take something like some obscure Zorro and put a Z that looks like Zorro and just get away with it.
But I mean, just for example,
fucking people, I tell you,
for a Hemplo.
Vaper Vindicator, we are on YouTube. We're trying to use the YouTube chat tonight. So if you want to just click on the YouTube video link, go to YouTube. The little chat thing will be on the side. Or if you've got it in theater mode, it'll be kind of in the bottom right corner. So that's why there's not very many people in the IRC chat tonight. FYI.
And even though we tried to hide from him, Mooch has found the new chat. Mm-hmm. So welcome, Mooch.
Well, yeah, dude, because you know who else uses the YouTube chat? That's how you knew would find us. Is the Ideal Home Show. He's been on there before.
Oh, that's right. He's been on that show like 5-6 times.
You should put on the Plumes. I don't think we've had him
on. We can't afford him, dude. You gotta pay him in lead for batteries. Can't do that. You guys know that Mooch gets all these batteries from these manufacturers, and all he does is he's just building a room next to his apartment of all those batteries, and he is powering his whole building with those batteries when New York has these brownouts. You know that, right? Everything just goes on battery power, and it's just running from Mooch's lab. Got a load test. Let's load test, and we need something with a big load. Let's get New York City load on here. I don't think that's how Mooch talks, but I would not. He's never been on the show.
It's not even close. But one of the things I'm really enjoying about this thing is when you're talking, I can just make a face and then unclick you for just a second and then click you again, like instant reaction gifs.
I make faces too. And you can't catch them.
Hey, we haven't done the first thing yet.
We haven't. So, what are you vaping on?
Hey, Matt, what are you vaping on?
I think he's froze.
I think he is frozen.
Oh man,
Psych.
that face!
Oh,
come on,
yeah.
come on! Give us that face again. I was gonna mass Madden all over it.
Oh, you better do that quick.
Yeah.
Before they kill him as pain. Anyway, let's not get derailed too much. What are you vaping on the bed?
Evade, Narda, Valishmint.
Hey, it's got the lid on it today.
Yeah, it does actually. I forgot about that last week. That was funny. I left it on my desk upstairs. Anyway, Nemo, Mulcaber, huge, and this shit. What the fuck was it called? I forget. That new shit. That new from Stash, Alligator Alley.
That new, yeah. Oh, you got it in a lemon? Nice. Anything else? Is that it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. So this
in the middle for you too, Mast?
What?
Yeah.
So this week I've mostly been vaping on my other Evo, and we'll talk about this in a little while. But my other Evo's got the rail cracker in it. It's got the Haku on top, Omen on top. Delicious. I've got the Billet Box Rev 4.1, the first. It's got Balshman in it. The Road. There it is. The red Billet Box V4 has got get pierced, and the Titan, Mr. Titan Eclipse, has got a Narda on top, and a Just Marie topper on it because it looks good. All blacked out, looks real nice. In here, I've got some of Stash's new stuff. He did send over some samples for us. I'm doing the fluff head. Well, I thought it was fluffer head. It's fluff head. It's lemon meringue pie. This stuff, it's when I just opened the package, I was like, oh, it smells sweet. It's not as sweet as I thought. Actually, it's not too bad. It has sort of flooded my taste buds a little bit because it's got a lot of it's got a lot going on. It's got a lot of the meringue kind of flavor.
We can get that meringue,
kind of thing. But the thing I think that helps is that lemon, the lemon part of it kind of cuts that a little bit. It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It smells sweeter than it vapes. Yeah, I think that's because of the lemon. So those are my things.
Yeah, and last week I was hitting, and for this past week I was hitting Fluff Head pretty good, and then I switched over to Alligator Alley. And this is the passion fruit pink lemonade, and y'all know how it is about lemonades.
Yeah, so that's I think after the show I didn't have time. The only thing I did build out this, and I built out I'll talk about that in a minute, but I think the lemonade's gonna go in the not limelight, fucking skyline. I think that's gonna go in the skyline. But anyway,
yeah, Alligator Alley is. I mean, both Josh flavors. What up, Josh, in chat? And if you're not part of the Plumes group on Facebook, you need to get in there. You need to join up because there's a 20% off coupon to Stash e-liquids right now.
Coupon
in the group. So you need to go check that out.
Hey, Ken Hartman, that's a good idea. It'd be kind of cool when we're going through doing hand checks to the people watching, go through and tell them what you're vaping on. That's kind of a neat idea.
True.
I will have to say, so one of the things that I didn't really think through with the whole YouTube chat thing is now we're going to get some different names, right? It's obviously going to have, people aren't going to have the exact same nickname on YouTube as they do in the chat historically. Yep. So we're going to be saying like real people's names a little bit more often when we pull up from chat. But the one that I wanted to call out just a minute ago, apparently there's someone in here chatting right now called Finger Banging Fat Chicks. That one might win. That might win my favorite name today. William is vaping on a Barca Lounger. Good. Coupon code is, can I join PTS without being in Plumes? No, you may not. And I did just, so whatever that was, this was months and months ago when Facebook started rolling out the questions to be able to join a Facebook group thing. It's like when you go to apply or request to join a closed group, you have to put in, groups could put in questions. And the Plumes group didn't get it for a little while because it was like a staggered rollout, and we weren't one of the ones initially selected. And then I forgot about it until the other day. So I finally did put that in, and hopefully that gets somebody to laugh when they try to join, because they're in typical Plumes fashion. They're written kind of humorously.
Yeah. Well, man, that cuts down on the spam so much. It's not even funny. All these accounts that just come up.
Yeah.
And yeah. Now the funny thing is some of these modding groups that I've been in and tech stuff. Some of the questions they've put in there really pissing people off, because people are like, "I'm just here to try to get help. I can't figure this shit out.
I'm just here so I don't get fined."
That's the point. To keep the riffraff out. We just put up our gated community.
You know why I'm here.
It is a little bit. It's a little bit more of a pain to change your handle on YouTube than it is on the IRC, right? IRC, you can just change.
You're also allowed to have more than one Googly account.
Yeah, it's just the barrier to do that is a little higher than just /Nick space whatever.
You don't want to make a Facebook? Fine, make another Google account.
There you go.
True.
Oh my God, it's Lab Rat Liquids in chat.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Hello.
Fresh, straight out of Azeroth. A motherfucker named Charlie.
Wow.
I don't think I've actually seen Lab Rat in the Hangout, and it's a month. Like, he's always in there, but he's not in there.
I mean, what is going on today? Josh reappears, now Lab Rat reappears. Like, I'm waiting for DZ to just show up and gossip there too. It's like,
the original What Up, Josh?
Yeah, like, I mean,
What up, Josh?
I don't know. Okay, Josh, if you're listening, you know who I'm talking to, and this isn't DZ. I'm talking to the OOG Josh that went missing, and he was on a milk carton.
Oh, that one, yeah. But he wasn't the original What Up, Josh, though.
No.
He's just the original Josh.
But he's an original Josh.
No, he's the original dummy Josh.
He disappeared 5 years ago.
Has it been that long? It's been
it's been like 3 and change.
It's been 4 years, Ahmed. Don't I call every week. Don't tell me. I know how long it's been. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, it's been that long. Think about it. VaporCon East 4 years ago.
Just about, yeah. Yep. 2013, right? Fall.
Yep.
Yeah. It could have been quite 4 years because he was still in our hangouts.
It'll be 4 years in the winter.
Yeah.
Not for much. I took him to the airport and then he disappeared like literally a month after that.
Well, but he was in the hangouts for a little while, and I started those with old Netty Pot in like September of 2013. I think Ahmed's right. I think it's like late fall is when he bounced.
It was in the fall, I remember, because I remember I couldn't make that VaporCon, and I was really butthurt.
Yes.
Have we discussed?
Matt was afraid for his life.
Yeah.
Have we discussed
enabling Super Chat? So is Super Chat, is that the one where you donate through, or does it provide any other features besides donating? I can ask that of Addy because Addy just asked about it.
It says donation thing. YouTube gets a cut though.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Chatterbait?
Yeah.
Do we get tokens?
It's basically like Chatterbait.
So check and donate money to your channel, Foo.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, Sarcastic Vapor wants to know what's everybody's thought on the whistle machine, aka the Gambit. Oh, shots fired.
Well, you
the Gambit, that Cajun-sounding young fellow who throws the electric cards.
Yeah, that's Gambit. That's right.
El Gambito.
So if Super Chat does something besides that, sure, but I don't think. I mean, we've joked about doing the Patreon thing, but I threw that out there and surprised the other two guys. I don't think they were expecting that at one time. But no, we're not looking for Patreon stuff or whatever. And that, I don't know. I don't know that there's any particular compelling reason that I know of to enable it if that's the only thing that it does.
They say whoever donates get their comment.
I mean, if you want to start like
great.
If you want to start like a hookers and coke fund for the next show we go to, I mean,
oh my gosh,
I don't think drumming up funds will be an issue.
I think to answer the question in chat, I think Sean got one. I think he did get a gambit, and he may send that along to me to give a whack. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I have not purchased one. To me, I'll save my opinions on it until we come back. I don't know. It wasn't particularly compelling, I guess. I'll say that. It wasn't enough for me to drop $90 on it. It didn't really bring anything like exciting to the table, so I haven't bothered picking one up.
Yeah. So the chat is talking about, maybe we could set it up to donate to advocacy and all that. The way we look at it is you guys do so much already. You guys can also, donate directly to advocacy and pick your cause to donate to. So, and hey, if you make the donation and you want to put it in our name and take a screenshot, by all means, do that and post it up in Plumes.
Yeah, we'll give you a high five or something on the show.
And also, we've done donations to stuff that's not even vape related. So, children's hospitals, overseas funds, all kinds of stuff. So, you're more than welcome to. That would be great. But
plus, and that cuts YouTube out of it too, right? There's no reason for YouTube
correct.
to cut out of that. Just send it to them straight if you want to do that.
Correct.
It's fine with me. Or St. Jude's. That's good. Behemoth Vaping. If I can speak that out. Yeah. Just do something else.
I just recently saw something, and I'll have to look it up. I'll see if I can look it up during the show. But that showed things that within the past few years, St. Jude's has been able to cure, and to cure, and in addition to that, to find things to alleviate issues that a lot of young kids have, which is awesome. And they've only been able to do that because of the donations that people give to St. Jude's, and that's pretty awesome. So I'll have to find the link about it. I know Eric from Silverstein Vapor is a big donator there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's no. I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying that there's any problem with YouTube taking a cut. I mean, if they're running the credit card processing fees and I didn't unclick Masty. If they're running the credit card processing fees and all that stuff, sure, they don't. It shouldn't cost them money to give. Yeah. Anyway, that makes sense. But just do it straight. Just do it straight. Maybe we should figure out some way of like recognizing people that did that. Not sure how to go about doing that, but maybe we can figure that out. Should we talk about some vaping stuff? I do have a little bit to talk about.
I do. Can we start out with? Can I blow my load real quick and start out with the nasty video of the week? All right, here we go. So
do it.
So this guy goes out and buys some tobacco coils, and this is what he finds in his pack. So there it is. There's the notch coils. He's showing the box, and you see it's all legit. And now, when he zooms in, if you see that right there, that is a fingernail, ladies and gentlemen. That is
no way. So he has got to have opened that shit.
That is a fingernail clipping, and this is a legit package. He has not opened it.
Why won't he show the foil side?
He will. He will. Just give him a minute, man. Okay. Damn. Video's still
very impatient. I want to see.
Seconds. There's the foil side.
Hey, look, the nail left a perforation on the other side.
That is ridiculous. I can't believe it. I can't.
Fingernails, fingernails, fingernails.
He's shaking it to get it down to the. Oh, now it moved. It's on the front side, but that's it. That's the end of the video. So as you can see right here, right there, there's the, let's see. We'll stop it right at the, right there. And you might be able to take my MS Paint away, but you'll never take my Manicam away. And right in here, let's see. Look at that. That is a fingernail.
That is one
one
coke nail right there.
We'll go ahead and.
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing. This is sketchy. Look, notice how his fingernails are freshly trimmed.
Oh, that's true.
No, his no, look. Honestly, like if you look at the arch of these fingernails, these are gigantic compared to these tiny little.
Okay, but what? So. And that's he's only got a nail on one of his fingers.
I was gonna say that's a thumb. Come on, he's got a pinky.
He's got a pinky. He's got an index finger. You know, there's a little piggy that had roast beef on there too. I'm pretty sure.
Then I guess he then needs to give me that sealer because that's an awesome tobacco sealer to seal that wrap back up. So, but yeah,
that's super.
So that's a little.
Oh, look, it's jagged too. It's having clean cut. Look at that.
No, yeah, it looked. Somebody was. But see, the thing is,
it looks like a lightning bolt.
The thing is I don't know how. Like, think about it. Tobacco, I guarantee you, doesn't have a person going, well, I'm going to put these in here and then seal them. That shit's done by machines. Yeah. So that had to come when someone was putting the coils together something and just came down and snapped that nail off and it went into the
They
coil.
were checking their Snapchats, they're filing their nails and cutting them, and then they're like packaging shit, and it's like, pinch to grow it.
So
and that's how that happened.
Now they can't even have long nails. So there. See, Sean, taking care of your nails is actually
very important
for you.
Very important.
It was a clean nail, to be fair. You're right.
Messed to draw an angry stick figure under a waning moon. It's true. I thought that was pretty funny. That when you started moving the video around and your drawing stayed put, that looking kind of funny. I will say that this has been very interesting to use. Like, not just taking a drag off of Ahmed's in some,
back alley
con or whatever that we've. Look at these fingerprints. Look at his juicy fingerprints. This is me remembering how to drip manually. Juicy fingerprints everywhere.
Feels like a savage.
Yeah. So I was kind of thoroughly impressed how far my batteries went. I was using a new set of Sony 5As, and the first build was here in my Narda. It was a parallel 27 gauge 3-wrap, so 6. And it was pretty. I mean, it pops pretty good, and I used that thing down until where it started. Like, it was fine and relatively consistent until it got down. It was a little bit low, and I pulled them out and I metered them, and it was like I think it was like 3.45 volts left. It was fine. Like it actually did really, really well. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by this thing. So if anybody's got if anybody was ever wondered about using unregulated, as long as you don't mind building for 4 volts and making sure that this is a good build that's going to work under a very specific voltage, this damn thing works like champ. That works like a champ.
Yeah. And if you do end up with either you have a Titan or you end up with one of those or whatever, join the Titan faction. And if you're wondering about any kind of build you could ever imagine for unregulated, whether it's series or parallel, hop on there. And there's a bunch of great helping people in there. So it's
the faction group. Really is. I mean, besides the Plume group, which is obviously our favorite, the faction's a really cool place. There's not as many people in there, but the ones that are in there are big fans of the device and are experienced with the device. What does Alicia have in there? She's got like 30 Titans or something now.
She's got 20, I think 22. I think I remember she had a picture of all of hers, and I counted them up.
And she uses every one. I mean, she goes on jobs all the time, and she's got a different picture. I'm like, man, there was only like 2 of those ever made. Oh, she's got one. It's freaking amazing. But
and so besides the Eclipse side, which is obviously a different shape, I did just see that Eric posted that he's thinking about doing some G plus boxes with what is it?
2700s.
2700s, yeah. I couldn't remember the 21s or the 20s, 2700s. So he's talking about doing that, which I think would be really cool. Anyway, I just want to say thanks again to Eric. I have been enjoying this thing, and obviously it's built like Titan. I mean, I actually dropped it today. Now, granted, it didn't go far. It's just my carpeted floor here, but I did drop it, and it was fine. It was fine. It made a noise. Oh, and Ahmed will appreciate this because he does the same thing I do. If you ever do drop something, I always stick my foot out, right, to kind of catch it on the way down, to kind of deflect the you absorb some of the energy. I did that except for it fell like towards me, so I kind of like clenched my knees together and racked myself. It was great.
Yeah. See this time, I actually dropped my limo about like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to kick save it. Like it fell out of my hands so unexpectedly and quickly that it just fell and just fucking went smack. I'd imagine the battery cap this end hit my foot. There's a look at my foot really quick. It's not really red anymore, but holy fuck does it hurt just to touch. And just bending my foot like this, I feel it. Oh yeah, that one's gonna really suck tomorrow.
Gonna leave a mark.
Dude, I don't know if it's going to leave a mark, but I feel it. Like I could feel the imprint in my bone. It sucked. So yeah, if you do own a limo, and if there are any limo owners in chat or in our Facebook group or whatever, drop this on your foot. Let me know. Tell me how much it sucks. Right on the top, like all bone. No.
Yeah.
I may have broken. Amy, I may have broken. I feel like this mod could break a bone in my foot. Came pretty damn close for sure.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they gifted a few. Brandon said he gifted a few out. And that's true. That's one of the things that's so neat, to be honest, about the whole Titan thing is they're made, built like tanks, so they're inexpensive. And that's how somebody can collect 25 of them and not break the bank. I think that's neat. I think that's cool. I think I talked last week a little bit about the insider that was inside of here. And I will say, and I need to make sure I stress this, I thought when it was built properly, it actually might be slightly better with Get Pissed than the Exoset. That's how good it was. But the thing that killed it for me is the very specific way it needs to be built, and the fact that you have to deal with the billet box fill thing, the tank thing, if it's wrong, and if you're getting either flooding or gurgling or dry hits, all of which that I got. That's kind of a deal killer for me, even though it was very high performing. And I have to, because I know Aaron watches the show and he's a big fan of the Insider. I have to tend to agree with him. At least with Get Pissed, it did work. It tasted great with Get Pissed in there, as long as it's built just right. And that's just not something I'm okay with dealing with. This thing is supposed to be a portable, dependable, small, light, cool little device. And if I can't depend on it, and it didn't, if I can't depend on it, it kind of makes it useless. So I did manage to procure another Exoset. So now I've got 2 Exosets. I'm very happy because I know every time, because you can see with the Exoset when you're building it if it's built properly every time. Never a question. Very tasty. Very tasty. I do like the Exoset. Man, that bottle's leaking on me. That's not cool. Stop it. Stop it. I did get one piece of vape mail besides the new Exoset. I finally got my Prime Day thing in. So, Master, you were talking about Prime Day a couple weeks ago. The thing that
What did you buy? A toilet bowl light?
No, I did not get the toilet bowl light. I ordered one of these, and when I ordered it, it was not back ordered, but apparently it was back ordered because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
These guys are really cool microfiber cloths, and they're big, and they're all sewn along the edges really nicely, all the way around, like 16 inches square. So I actually bought 2 packs of these things because I've been using, we have our things. Do I have one clean? I don't know if I have one clean. Oh, I do. I mean, you can get these guys, and they definitely work. They're great. But I needed more. I was just going to buy a 3-pack, and I decided to just double up on them. Those things work good, and napkins work fine, whatever. But if you're building for a billet box, you always need at least one napkin for a rewick. That's what I found. I just need exactly one napkin. Pull it out, dry it off, whatever. But I did go pull some of these things off Amazon. They were pretty good. They're is it Chemical Brothers? Chemical Guys. Chemical
Guys. Yeah.
They're pretty cheap too. They're like $1 piece. I think the 3-pack was like I don't know, 5 and change. So not quite $2 each. And obviously you can wash them and reuse them, which is cool. I have been known to use a sleeve if I've got a T-shirt that I've recently truncated. I have used sleeves before, but there's that. That's about the entirety of my vape mail this last week, boys. The hell is that?
I bet.
Oh no!
What'd you do?
Oh no! Shit. I have in my hand here the top nut. Fuck me. I've got the top nut for a billet box and a couple spare O-rings. This is supposed to go in Cody's package. Really sorry, Cody. I sent that off today. Shit.
Looks like.
Yo, get the carrier pigeon, son.
Yep. Get it sent.
Well, he's gonna have a hell of a time trying to build that damn thing if he doesn't have the top nut. Shit.
Tell him to get a bullin.
Stop it.
It's the same nut.
Stop
it, Rod. Stop.
I'm clicking on Lasty. I'm tired of being on camera all the time.
Oh no. I'm not next. Ahmed is next.
Well, I was going to talk about the stash thing.
Do it.
Like I had anything else to show this last week. So yeah, what up, Josh sent us some shit. Thank you very much, Josh. Alligator Alley. So passion fruit lemonade. If you haven't seen the reprise labels, we talked about these when Josh first came out with these labels, but look at the texture.
His labels have always been freaking
super
top notch when it comes to. I think Josh was really.
You see the nails.
I think Josh was like one of the first to be using these style labels, wasn't he?
Like this is like the equivalent to that Amazon tape, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, and the best thing about these is you can get juice all over them, no issues whatsoever.
So anyway, he also sent us. Oh, goddamn, I'm fucking exhausted. He's also sent us Fluffhead, and that's a lemon meringue pie. I haven't tried that one yet. I don't have time to get to it today. But I got to the lemonade, cleaned the sucker out. Because Rip pissed. Threw this in here. It's good. I mean, there have been a few lemonades I've had over the years that I've liked. This one, however, it's good. But as you know, with Josh's juice, some of them don't need a steep, some of them do. I think this is one that needs a little bit so far. Passion fruit lemonade. The lemonade is nice. It's a little acidy. You can feel it. It feels authentic. And the fruit, however, is there, but it'll be better in a few days. So I will definitely let you. I mean, in all honesty, you know me. Like this shit's probably gonna be gone tomorrow. I'll try and stretch out.
If you're squonking it, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I've got the abolishment, so I can stave off need be. Hopefully, try it. Scout's honor. Actual scouts probably get pissed off I did that. Anyway, I'm gonna see how this goes over the next few days at least, because it's Josh's juice and it's like pretty good chance it's gonna be fucking good. So it's good to me so far. I think I'll only get better. Fluffhead, I'll probably.
Is it good warm, that lemonade?
Yeah.
That's why I was gonna put it in the tank, so it wouldn't be quite so warm.
So I put it in the Mulcaber, whatever the hell. I wouldn't try this at 100 watts.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
I mean, I personally don't enjoy anything citrusy that fucking hot and that intense. I feel like that would just be uncomfortable. So, yeah, I think it's definitely worth a go. Good. Fluffhead, I have all the confidence that I think I'll like because I keep thinking of Valhalla and how amazing that is. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Oh, what about your mental note? You had mental notes. You were going to mention something.
God damn it! I forgot that.
Yep, I knew it would happen.
It's got to do with one of these, like this, but like here. Over your head.
I still don't get it. A hat?
Yeah, like a hat.
Oh,
I'm confused.
There you go.
Mass. Does this make more sense?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, got it.
If we ever play categories, you're not my partner.
So talking about. Oh well, actually, go ahead, Ahmed. Bring it up.
So,
because I mean that has been the theme today.
There has been a great rift, if you will, in the modding community. Someone who's been in the game for a while. I wouldn't really want to call it rift. Rift is like bad. Yeah. Anyway, so the guy Steve from Top Hat Mods, he hung up his solder station, hot glue gun. Which one are we going with?
He hung up his top hat.
Okay, his top hat. But anyway,
yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Top Hat Mods, high-end mod, SX chips.
Well, he's done, and he's done all kinds of different chips too, but mainly SXs.
He's done mainly SX stuff. I'm not a fan of the work personally, but a lot of people are. A lot of people paid a lot of money for his mods.
Yeah.
So,
and if you still have, he listed everybody who was outstanding. I think that he had work to be done for. There was a few people. And all those will be done, but he is not taking any new orders, and that's it. He's got other businesses and has to focus on those, and that's where it's going. So, I mean, I hate to see modders go out of the game, but it's reality. That's what we live in today, and there's a lot of people that are, hanging it up. So,
hickory dickory dockery.
Now I'm trying to fix.
Okay, just to get it out of the way, yes. Whoever's probably going to say this in the YouTube comments, haha, there's going to be a gap left in the modding community.
Yes.
Yes. So conventions. We just found out yesterday that one of the conventions that we had gone to in North Carolina is hanging up their hat too, apparently.
Hiatus, apparently. At least that's
hiatus. Yeah, and if you were one of the two vendors who prepaid, you're getting your money back. But yeah, that's another. It's another convention modder. Adding to the list of people, bouncing out. So it just keeps going, and there's going to be plenty more. There's going to be a lot more people that this is, happening to. But unlike some people, Plumes of Hazards is still here, and we still plan on being here. Why are you shaking it?
Go
going.
No way. Go no way.
Go no way. YouTube can't stop us. You cannot,
because it's Brown delegation for life.
Hey,
Oh, poor Angsty.
Ah.
Actually, Angsty's looking pretty lobstery over there.
I am.
So.
My lighting's all messed up. I'm definitely redder today than I normally am. It has been hot here. Maybe that's why.
I mean, some
crabs.
Some vape personalities here. We'll list a few off. Have gone on reality TV shows and failed miserably. Have started up their own rapping career and fail miserably. Let's
People
see
share the
what
shit
else.
out of that shit, man.
Dude, don't give him another view. Don't give him another view. That was so bad. It was the worst. The worst.
Colin sent that to me, and then once I realized what it was, I closed it. I was like, nope.
And I mean, it is. It's very interesting to see how some people just got to have that attention. So,
I mean, in all fairness, Shaq did put out a rap album.
That's true. That is true.
Motherfuckers. Okay, so look at this. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit. You see what's going on in my house right now? Don't mind the background picture. That's Chad.
Device on your Wi-Fi.
Oh shit!
What?
Someone's watching Game of Thrones without me.
Oh,
watching Game of Thrones without me.
And taxing your bandwidth.
Wiener.
You know what I can do? I can hit the pause button. I'm not good. I wouldn't do that during Game of Thrones. I do it if they're watching like Silicon Valley.
To answer your question, it was a certain person that trips over himself while ripping
He
ass.
trips over tits made by Chuck
with dry knuckles.
Yes, again, don't give him a view. It's bad. Like he's one of those guys that gives white guys a bad name. That's all there's to it.
Whoa! Wow. Did you just white shame somebody?
I totally did.
I did.
Was not planning on it.
Oh,
there it is. Just gonna lay it out there. Just boom.
Wow.
I mean,
that was powerful.
We could play a little snippet without giving him a view.
Enslaving.
Do we want to do that? It's so bad.
Yeah. Let's do that. It's a snippet. Yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. We're gonna get DCMA'd by him, I'm sure. But here we go. So, all right, just listen to this shit. Oh boy.
What's up, ladies and gents? Guess who this is? You know the guy with the funky hat, beard so long and black, who likes to cheer about weekly vape gear. What's up, bitches?
It doesn't get any better. It gets worse. Yeah, it actually gets worse.
It gets worse. That's probably about all that my ears can stand.
Now, let me say this. Let me get this in there. Scott. I get you 69. I get you 69. Scott Bonner, if you don't know him, he's been reviewing stuff since before Todd. I mean, before anybody really, and he does amazing reviews. Did you see his battery wrap? Did you not see it? This is a couple months ago. He put it out. It was like that, except for breaking the fourth wall. Like he knows it was bad, and it's short. It's like really, really short, so it's hilarious.
Hi, my name's Rip. I'm on the vape trends, and let me tell you, the South will rise again. There you go. That's better than his rap.
That's probably better than it.
So I've been talking. I've been talking to Perry from Beartube, and we're talking about people who have left the game and all this, and he's like, "Yep," and Beartube's still around. I'm like, "Yep." And he goes, and I've never bought a damn drone because that's what a lot of these vape celebrities did. You know, they went out and bought their drones and started.
They became drones themselves, getting into drones.
Yeah, drones.
I mean, I know Matt did. Matt Cully, he bought one a while back, but he did it for like cinematography reasons, right? He was actually like just using it
to get better angles of himself in tights.
Yeah, basically, I think so. But I mean, he lives in a really pretty area of the country. There's no reason.
Oh yeah, he does.
And that's not in his vaping video. I mean, I think he used it there before, but mostly I think that's for his lifestyle channel, the Matt and V channel, which is interesting if that's the sort of thing you enjoy. I love Matt, but I don't watch that very often because that's just not really my thing. But there's a lot of people that like that kind of like peek inside of your family's crazy life videos. Like that's a thing. People watch that.
We really know why they're watching that channel. We know
it's
exactly
not because of Matt.
No kidding.
Oh, hashtag Westlife.
Everybody's like, oh, we might just catch a glimpse of her smiling.
Yeah.
Hew.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I don't know what I was doing.
I'm not even looking at chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. The white was blinding me.
Yeah, it can do that. It can do that.
We're gonna get fucking.
Today's
show's gonna be shit.
Says that some of the stuff they do is funny as hell when they review like regular products. I'm sure. I mean, the two of them together are funny people. I mean, it's and they're none of them, and neither of them take themselves like mega seriously. So they can be, they can cut up, be goofy, which is cool. It makes for good entertainment.
Do they have a Patreon?
I'm sure they do. I have to imagine so. I'm not positive about it.
I mean, Matt's wick does get expensive.
Yeah. I'm sure his wick gets wet too. But I think the whole Patreon thing is kind of interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's funny. I actually was watching I started watching the Bogan, Vaping Bogan. It took me a minute. I drew a complete blank. And the reason I tuned back in is because he reviewed the Haku right about when I did, and I watched his, and it was great. As it always is, Sam is an interesting cat, but I haven't watched his channel a lot because he tends to review stuff that I don't vape, and these days I don't really watch
for the product, dude.
What's that?
You watch for the experience.
Yeah, totally, and that's why he had kind of fallen off my radar. I don't watch any vaping anything anymore, really, including this show.
What do you like, over the vaping industry or something?
Yeah, kind of. I still watch Todd, and I occasionally will watch Damien and Scott, but that's because they vape like I do, right? And it's the stuff that they're reviewing is stuff that I would probably find a little interesting. So there's nothing against the things that Sam reviews, but to Foo's point, you don't watch the Bogan for the gear, really. I have to go back and find some of my favorite clips from when he first started a long time ago. I watched. I think I saw when he posted his fourth or fifth video is when I first caught it. I don't remember who showed it to me. That was a long time ago. He's been working hard for a long time. Anyway, the reason I mentioned him, Massey, is because he's got a Patreon now too. But but he doesn't. As far as I know, I don't think he puts anything behind the paywall. I think it's just there for donations. So if you want to kick him, well, like Tony was just saying just a moment ago in our chat, like if somebody wants to kick a couple bucks, then they can do that. And I think that's the only thing he uses it for. And I don't have a problem with that, honestly. I mean, there's not that big of a deal. It's just it gets a little sketch when you start hiding stuff behind the paywall and whatever. Now, that said, I mean, I do listen to. I've got a couple podcasts that I listen to, and they've got it's not Patreon, but it's a similar idea, right? It's the same sort of thing. Like you buy a subscription to the podcast in order to enable them to do the content generation that they want to do. I don't know. It's a little weird to me, and I guess it's just. I mean, that's how we've always structured our show. It'll always be free, and maybe that's why I don't really necessarily understand it.
There's nothing wrong with people making money for putting in their time. I mean, we put in I mean, over the years, we don't even want to add up how much time we've put in on off the air at conventions and all that stuff. But you know, we do it for the users. We do it for everyone. You know, and now, you know, I will say this: one of the positive things I've heard about a lot of the broadcasters say about Patreon is that it takes some of the money control away from YouTube. You know, where if people wanted to support you by watching your video, now you know they're supporting you less because YouTube is being fucky with their stuff. So now they have another outlet too. Like one of the Patreons that I think is a good idea is from Electro Boom, the guy who does the the very informative videos about electronics and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, just last week, there was a story of a young girl, 12, 13-year-old, that got into the bath with her cell phone. Well, she dropped her cell phone in the tub and she was electrocuted and died. Okay.
Oh man.
And yeah, it was horrible, you know, but as soon as I heard that story, I'm like, knowing how electronics work and knowing, you know, how devices have to operate. Obviously things can operate out of the norm, but we see this in vaping all the time. You know, I'm like, there's no way that just dropping your phone in, you know, could kill you like that. It had to be plugged in. And anyways, long story short, he made a video showing exactly what happens with power when you touch it, when you know how much amperage is coming through and all that. And after this whole scenario plays out, you know, in the real world where her parents, you know, are just dropping information, then they say, oh, well, the reason she died was because the extension cord that she was using had been cut and had a frayed wire, and she dropped her phone outside of the tub and the extension cord, and she went and grabbed it. And as soon as she grabbed that extension cord, I mean, you're grounded when you're in that tub. And you know, now, you know, it's a very tragic loss. No one should lose their child like that. But my next question is why weren't those bathrooms GFI outlets? I mean, I know that this is all newer technology, but even in a house that I was renting for a few years that was built in '73, it had GFI outlets. Mind you, they were old, archaic GFI outlets that probably would take a little bit of you getting electrocuted for them to pop. because I tested
Just give me a little bit, just a little bit.
Because that's how Mast's hair was the way it was when we started the show.
Because I tested them, but you know, those fuckers had that really old ass spring in there, and they were just like, "Oh, maybe I'll trip." Okay, I'll trip now. But you know, if you've ever been electrocuted, I mean, not to the point of dying, but I'm just saying, you know, if you've ever taken a hit, it that shit'll fuck you up. But you know,
it'll make your whole arm numb for a minute.
Well, I stuck a key when I was a kid in a high voltage one, and I actually got shot back a little bit. Yeah. My grandma kept the key for the longest time, and it was just melted. And she said that I just boom and freaking anyways. But
was it a 220 or something?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I used to put 9-volt batteries in my mouth.
Yeah, and then yeah. Anyways, we're not gonna get into some of these.
Did I ever tell the story about how I got shocked?
Well, you pre-ordered a cloud maker?
No, so in my dorm at school, I picked my dorm specifically because it was the cheapest dorm in South Texas that was air conditioned. That was why. There was literally still. In fact, I think there's still to this day. There's one there that's not air conditioned, which is madness. Anyway, so the whole thing was made out of cinder block, right? I mean, it was between the walls and whatever, which worked fine as far as like sound isolation and stuff. But what that meant is they ran the electricity through the cinder blocks in the middle, you know, between the rooms, and we were broke college students. So one guy about 5 doors down bought cable, and then we split it and ran it to my room, and then split it and ran it to the next room. You know, whatever. I think we're past the statute of limitations at this point. But anyway, so I was running that through my wall, and I had a screwdriver in there. And of course, the only gap in the wall. There's another Top Hat reference. The only gap in the wall is the electrical socket, right? That was between the two. So we got the plates off on both sides or whatever. Kind of moved that out of the way and was running that through. And I had a screwdriver in there, and pow! And it got me it was like I think 3 oscillations before I could get back. It didn't knock me back or anything, but it definitely my whole hand was all tingly.
Yeah, you know what it feels like when it's happening is when you hit that bone on your elbow that just fucks with your nerve, just like
yeah.
And or if people who have sciatica problems in their back, that it's that hit that just that or if you've ever gotten hit with a taser,
nerve damage.
Yeah. But anyways, to recap here, because I got in my wild tangent. He basically explained why something else had to happen here. Obviously, everybody on the internet is a detective, so everybody knows, except for actually, what was going on. But the girl had a burn mark on her hand. But it's just to me, those things are like. With vaping, when you have a device and you have a shitty battery in it, man, don't take that risk. If you have a family, even if you're, a bachelor and you got a dog or something, or a cat or, a bird, I don't care. You leave that mod there, your house goes up in flames, you're going to feel like shit if something happens, or it catches something else on fire. Just, stuff like that, or using extension cords that are cut or I've seen some crazy shit, but just don't take a chance. I mean, that stuff is some people in chat saying, well, she was dumb enough to have an extension cord next to the bathroom. But like this guy showed on his YouTube video, they make devices that sit in your tub that hold your phones and iPads up for people who, I guess, sit there and soak 4 hours and have to watch a video and stuff. So
practice holding your breath, right? Using devices for.
That's cool. So I did not gain any superpowers from being shocked, but Darth Noxious in chat saying that he got shocked when he was 9 and he still can't own a cheap radio because he makes them fritz out within 5 feet. So that's cool.
Are you sure that's not his farts? Talking about companies coming out with devices. We got the I wanted to show up the Smoant, because you can't come up with a better name than that.
Yeah,
Smoant.
They've been around for a little while putting out.
Smoant is cloud core, I'm told.
Yeah. And there's a picture of it, and I mean, these names they come up with, I wonder if they're overseas and if this still holds true, where they throw the pan down the stairs and you get the name. Damn, that's racist. But anyways, where are they coming up with Charron TS218? That's racist towards me.
That is. Maybe they're trying to just say Sharon.
No, all you have to do is because
or is a typo for Chicharrones.
I know, that's what I'm saying. All you have to do is add chicha and then charron in front of it. Chicharron. But that's bad because that means fucking like burnt up pork rind. So why would you name your fucking mod?
That's what it's gonna look like when it doesn't vent properly.
What it's gonna do when it catches fire? It's gonna look like a.
Maybe it breaks teeth too. Maybe it breaks teeth too, right? Just like, oh,
no.
Oh my god! Well, there's a couple other
not
pictures.
Too big. Most of those devices seem like they're enormous. That thing looks pretty reasonable.
Now I'm gonna start calling it the fucking chicharron for real. Holy shit! But yeah, so there's. What happened here? That's the chicharron.
Oh, Darth Noxious is right. Charon is the Greek ferryman of the dead.
Okay,
that's even better. So dead. What you're going to end up if you use.
I thought it was spelled differently though for that one. I thought that was somebody else. Now I gotta Google it.
Is it?
No, that's it. Charon. Charon.
Huh. Uh-huh.
I thought it spelled differently, but apparently not. Apparently I was wrong. It's happened before. Anyway, that thing's like covered in a giant touch screen, which I'm sure works great after it's got some e-liquid on your fingers.
All right, let's see. Fuck, I can't change my. I don't know what's going on. I think my mini can't just shit. I can't stop it.
I hope everyone wants to see chicharrones for the rest of the time. Because that's
yes, fucking chicharrones. Hang on, let's see. Let me see if I can exit. I can't even exit it. Huh.
Now you've done it.
Interesting. Oh, I know where it is. It's on my third screen, I bet you. But anyways, so the next one that I was going to show was the picture of the chicharrón next to. Oh, here we go. Next to. Okay, well, here's the red.
Please start Manicam.
So there's also a. Let's see. Is it back up on the screen?
The original pictures, yeah.
Yep. So there's the red one.
Oh.
All right. And then here is one with the, I guess the shameless, wanted to shameless plug it. This is, one second. This
is that the black version? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the blackout version. So it's pretty small.
With a Starbucks? That's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's like, yo, you get some chicharrones at Starbucks. So yeah, so there you go. And it's it goes anywhere from 1 to 218 watt. It claims it's got a user-friendly UI, custom variable wattage, and temperature control.
Is that
curves, easy to use, portable.
LiPo?
No, it is dual battery.
Oh.
So
crammed 2 650s in that thing?
It looks like it.
Wow, that's interesting.
Let's see. I don't know. We'll see if somebody in chat can answer that. But I'm pretty sure it's dual 18650.
Kind of impressive with the touchscreen in the front. I would think that would be a little thicker.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that I'm wondering about. The screen, because that's a pretty big screen. I don't know if Mooch knows if this is dual 18650 or not, or if it's LiPo. I'm pretty sure it's dual 18650, but I'm not sure. So, and yeah, so there's some. Those were the colors that
Mooch
showed up,
as opposed to the non-custom variable wattage.
yeah. So yes,
dual.
Yeah, dual 18650. Okay, There you go. With a big ass touchscreen, and I hope you can turn that damn screen off while you're vaping. So, okay.
All right. Now I know Sarcastic Vapor is living up to his name at the moment, saying, "Is that a selling feature? Are others not portable?" I would argue that that's the case. There's been a few mods that I've had that I would not consider really portable. I mean, can you bring it somewhere? Yes, you can. But are you going to? No, because it's fucking huge.
Yeah. Well, huge or the weight, right?
Yeah,
I take my staff with me, in my bag.
Right, that's a perfect example. Can you bring it? Yes, you can. Will you?
Should you?
I think the question should be: can you get through TSA with it? That should be the best question, because remember the grenade mod? Get the hell out of here. So
that was one of the more shameful Inigan releases. I did not like that one at all, but. They put out a couple interesting ones lately. Speaking of Inigan, they put out that 2700 mod. I think Todd reviewed it.
Yeah,
that thing goes. I mean, and it's actually got like a reasonable 510. Like it's got like a movable pin 510, so you can screw your tanks down, which has been one of their problems in the last year or two. Is their 510s have been kind of
wobbly,
janky. Yeah. But that thing, I don't remember what it's called offhand. Maybe I should go find a picture of that. Here, I'll click on that. I'll go find
while you're talking about that, also wanted to cover New Jersey raised the minimum smoking and vaping age to 21 about 2 days ago. So if you in Jersey, gotta be 21 now to smoke. Basically, Chris Christie raised the minimum age to buy cigarettes, tobacco products, and electronic smoking devices to 21.
Way to go, Chris Christie.
Yeah, this happened on Friday. New Jersey joins New York, which also raised the age in 21 in 2014. And he's quoted by saying, by raising the minimum age to purchase tobacco products to 21, we're giving young people more time to develop a maturity and better understanding of how dangerous smoking can be. And that's better. And it's better not to start smoking in the first place.
Because that's going to stop anybody.
Yeah. And, just because they're 21 now, the government's been telling people what to do for how long now?
Right.
You can join the military and die.
It's worked out great. What are you talking about? Here's the picture. It's the Oceanus. This is a
fucking Motorhead, fucking governor, private beached way.
Oh yeah, this is the same governor.
Look at that thing.
They closed all the state parks and beaches because they couldn't agree on a state budget.
Mm-hmm.
For those wondering. So what does this rotund motherfucker do? He goes to the beach.
Right, where nobody else can go.
When no one else can go.
Right.
Fuck you.
What is that, Angsty? Oh, the Oceanus?
Yeah, the Oceanus. So this is the one I was just talking about. This is the new Anakin thing, which I think is really slick. If there's been an Anakin product that I would think about buying lately, it would probably be this. This thing, it's a little tall, but it's really narrow. It's not terribly like huge. Like it looks really reasonably sized. And Todd really quite liked it too, which means I would probably at least get along with it. You got a bunch of colors and stuff coming out. They're not very expensive either. I just saw it. I saw it's $70.
Calling it the Oceanus though, it sounds kind of like we have to go back. We have to go back. Jack, we have to go back. Kate.
That was actually on TV yesterday, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's apathy's right. Like, so you can be drafted, and well, not drafted, but you can sign up and go into the Army or Navy or Marines and die, but you can't buy a beer or vape. That's makes a lot of sense.
Jersey, New York. Sorry, New York did it too. They're the first ones.
So apparently, and I'm surprised our resident Joe Roganeer, Chuffalekfagus, didn't bring this up, but apparently a few days ago on Joe Rogan's podcast, which Chuffalekfagus is actively listening to right now, he basically said they talked about vaping briefly. This is from user BR4D24 on Reddit, and said they were talking about vaping, and it's clear that they are uninformed. Not their fault. Why would they research it if they don't vape? Well, maybe you should at least look something up before you start spatting shit.
Yeah, it's not the first time. I heard Joe Rogan talk about it. I'm saying like a few years ago too.
Yeah, so he says, this guy says on the subject, so I think we should educate them. Joe Rogan podcast episodes are downloaded by millions of people, regions, blah, blah, blah. So he says, if we have enough people tag him on Twitter or leave comments on his Instagram, maybe we can get someone from Not Blowing Smoke or Casad to get on his podcast.
All right, I gotta expand on what I just said a minute ago. I said you can be drafted, which is true, but it hasn't been enacted in a really long time. But that brings up another thing: the fact that that guys still to this day in this country at 18 have to register up for your draft.
Yep.
Before you can vote.
Girls can do porn, but they can't vape.
That's right.
I remember going to post office and getting that damn piece of paper and filling it out and sending that card in and having to keep that shit in your wallet because you go to jail if you don't.
So brief funny draft card story. My friend's dad got ID'd at 7-Eleven when he was buying cigarettes, and he has his Vietnam draft card on him. His wallet always kept it in his wallet. He showed it to him. Wow. My friend's dad has got like kind of mastish hair, maybe a little longer, like on the sides, and most of it was white.
Hey, good for him.
Maybe he's a super senior. Am I right? I don't know. But yeah.
Podcast full of misinformation is just people riffing. Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty much what this show is too.
Well, we bring factual information in here sometime. To the point of people hating us because we brought it up. So go fuck yourself.
Oh, I do need to mention Mooch did give some update stuff about the Oceanus, that Anakin thing. It not only is it $70, it comes with two 2700 batteries. Apparently they're good ones because Mooch did. I did see he did review those. It comes with 2 of those batteries and battery condoms for them too. That's for $70.
Out of all, you know, I'll have to say, Anakin has definitely been one of the ones more in the forefront of let's see what we can do to make shit safer.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, Mooch recently reviewed the Samsung 15M 1500 mAh 18650. He says a 30 amp battery, but the HB6 is better at high current. And he says that while the cell has a 23 amp continuous rating from Samsung, it's like most Samsung cells, they're underrated and it runs cool enough to earn a 30 amp rating. So, but the HB6 is still better. So check that out. And that's the weekly Mooch report.
That does bring up a good point. What you just said a minute ago does bring up a good point. That was something that Anakin didn't do for a while. Is they insisted on having all their mods be LiPos, like sealed devices, because they didn't want to take the risk of somebody putting a shit battery in there and having their mod, you know, go all thermal runaway or whatever. When it wasn't the mod's fault, they just didn't want to be associated with it. So I'm actually kind of curious why now they've started to do that. I don't think I've seen any like information on that of why, you know, what changed or what they were able to do to their mods to maybe make them safer, because I know that was the primary reason why all the MVPs and all that stuff were all rechargeable on the mod itself, because they just didn't want the safety problems. But
yeah,
anyway, I mean it's cool that they've got that mod out. I'm on the fence about the whole 2700 thing, but I pushed back pretty hard against the 26650 thing a long time ago because A, the batteries suck. B, they make mods wider, taller, and heavier, which is stupid.
Yeah,
not necessarily taller, I guess, but they make them wider and heavier, and the batteries are bad. But from what everybody's saying, and I actually pinged Mooch about this earlier this week just to ask him, just hey, you know, are these things the ones he's seen come in so far, are they any good? And he has had some positive things to say about some of those batteries that are, you know, they do offer some increased amperage that you can't get out of an 18650 just because of physics. And they also have more capacity, a little bit more capacity. Some of them apparently a lot more capacity. So if you're going for a regulated device, you don't need all that extra amps. In theory, you could have a pretty high capacity battery for just making the mod a little taller. Yep. Anyway, got it cool. Is there anything else? Do we have anything else to talk about this week?
We talked about MS Paint for a moment. We didn't talk about MS Paint.
We could. I made a joke about it earlier, but you didn't talk about it.
I feel like it's something we should talk about because
it directly affects us.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much anymore because our last few MS Paint things were kind of sad. Let's be honest, fans.
They were
fucking useless. Yeah. So Microsoft is going to stop developing MS Paint. Like when? When was it effective? Like now?
Yeah, at the end of 2017. So okay, I must have irked a diehard. Not to change the conversation real quick, but a diehard Smoant fan because I just got this saying those aren't the only colors. The front runners for the colors are these, and these are the colors.
Well, Digicam.
So we got in order here. We have blue camo, we have sky blue Digicam, we have white. You have Smoant yellow, because that looks like, I don't know, banana yellow. You got red, steel blue, and then here down on the bottom, you have lake blue. You got silver, you got wood grain, you have black, you have gold, and you have Digicamo. So there you go, fans of the Smoant Chicharron. Don't give me shit about how I fucking say the name. I say how I want to. Oh, and also, by the way, could they have changed the levels in the tanks? Because that just drives me insane. They're all the same. Copy pasta. Copy pasta. And the image on the screens is the same too.
Maybe they've got little tanks lined up exactly in the same position, only across that you can't see.
You come here, vape this to this level. I don't even know why I just did that, but anyways.
Well, accent was that. I don't know what that was.
This is me right now, right there. Timestamp, Ideal Home Show, right there.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
that's every vapor in America, right there.
boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, R.I.P. in peace, MS Paint. I think that's about up for us this week.
Actually, I mean, I'll be honest. I have the Mets game open for the last 20 minutes because they're playing on the West Coast. But Angsty, I'll have you know that the ace for the Mets staff, he has fanned the first 4 batters to start the game. He's throwing cheddar. So,
boy,
not much of the Mets season, but they do have that.
They do have that. Well, good. I'm glad to see it. So if everybody to little comments down on the YouTube video, if you enjoyed using the YouTube chat this week, leave us a comment. Just kind of let us know if it was any good. Because if it's good, then we'll keep using it.
Don't forget to click here and subscribe and click the little bell because that does some stupid rings over here. And don't forget to also donate.
Do a little one of these on our nuts, and
do forget to donate to our non-existing Patreon at gofuckyourself.patreon.com.
Patreon. Patreon.
Yeah, do that. Or maybe go donate to the Explodo guy. What was his name again? The one you liked?
Electro Boom.
There you go.
Yeah, he's that's actually Ahmed's uncle, but we're not going to give that shameless plug. And now we're going to get into the discussion how he's Packy and this guy is from somewhere else.
Mass Brothers Landscaping 212-368.
I can take it. It's okay. It's actually 242. It's actually 242-0638. Mass Family Landscaping.
I didn't know if you wanted me to plug that or the ice cream. I just picked one.
That's okay. We all gotta have our side jobs now that vaping is dead and rapping is the future.
And the future is now.
I'm out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.